Hi, welcome to Dominus Eyes. There's one sure thing in the Middle East. It's going to be chaos war and what that leads to Third World War. And why the US and Israel want to attack Iran, the real reasons in the shadows of geopolitics today, the current scenario at Middle East, a conflict brews the US, Israel, and Iran, a three-way power struggle that could reshape the Middle East forever. But behind the headlines, behind the Western rhetoric, lies the truth. What are the real reasons the US and Israel might attack Iran? How would they do it? And who profits from it? Officially, it's about nuclear weapons. But let's cut through the noise. The real reasons? Number one, controlling the Middle East power balance. Iran's Quds Force, part of the IRGC, operates in Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and Yemen. It arms Hezbollah with Fateh 110 missiles. It funds Houthis launching Shahed 136 suicide drones at Israel and different ballistic missiles, USA and its allies. Two, Strait of Hormuz, oil and trade supremacy. A war here means oil prices skyrocket, enriching Western oil giants like ExxonMobil, 430 billion revenue in the year 2023, Chevron, 246 billion revenue in the year 2023, BP 236 billion revenue in 23, Shell 381 revenue in 2023. Each oil stock is billions in profit for these corporations. Even the oil shock, yeah. Three, the military industrial complex. War drive arms sales. That's a real fact. Lockheed Martin, 67 billion revenue in 23. Produces F-35, F-22, HIMARS, and JASSM missiles. Boeing Defense, $34 billion revenue in 23. Makers of the F-15, JDAM bombs, and Harpoon missiles. Northrop Grumman, $36 billion. Developers of the B-2 stealth bomber and cyber warfare systems. Raytheon Technologies, $73 billion in 23. Manufacturers of Tomahawk missiles and air defense systems. A war with Iran would be a gold mine. And how they would attack Iran. If the US and Israel strike, it won't be conventional. It would be strategic, coordinated, ruthless. And in the phase one, it's going to be a cyber warfare, very critical one. Before the first bomb drops, Iran's defenses will already be compromised. Stuxnet 2.0 and AI-driven cyber attacks will shut down power grids, jam air defenses, and disrupt communications. Phase 2, airstrikes and missile attacks from the skies. B-2 Spirit stealth bombers from Diego Garcia will launch GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrators MOPs designed to obliterate Iran's underground nuclear bunkers. F-22 Raptors and F-35 Lightning II stealth fighters will lead the air campaign using AM-120 AMRAAM missiles for air-to-air combat, AGM-158 JASSM stealth cruise missiles to strike Iran radar and airfields. F-15E Strike Eagles will deploy. DBU-31 JDAM Joint Direct Attack Munitions for precision bombing, AGM-88 HARM missiles to neutralize Iranian S-300 and S-400 air defenses. Time will tell. Now, the US Navy, Arleigh Burke class destroyers and Ohio class submarines will unleash Tomahawk cruise missiles, 1,500 kilometer range, targeting Iran's command centers. Now, the US's ally, the most that want Iran destruction, as well as air assault. F-35I other stealth fighters modified for Israeli operations will deploy. Spice 200 2,000 GPS-guided bombs to take out Iran's missile factories, Delilah cruise missiles for long-range precision strikes, Harp loitering munitions, suicide drones to eliminate radar stations, F-15I Ram bombers will deliver Poppy 8 turbo missiles, highly accurate bunker busters, GBU-28 deep penetrator bombs targeting Iran's nuclear sites in Natanz and Fordo. Now, at the end, Iran's response and military power. Iran has upgraded its air force recently, acquiring Russian Su-35S flanker E-fighters that armed with R-77 beyond visual range air-to-air missiles, R-73 short-range heat-seeking missiles. It also has field-aid Haberschicken hypersonic missiles, Mark 5 plus, 2,000-kilometer range, Fateh 313 solid-fuel ballistic missiles, Zulfikar medium-range missiles, 700-kilometer range. Iran's S-400 missile defense system, recently acquired from Russia, can engage 36 targets simultaneously at 400-kilometer range. And let's not forget Hezbollah, Houthis, Iran's proxy network, are all ready to strike US and Israeli targets. Now, finally, what's next? So, will the US and Israel attack Iran? A full-scale invasion? Unlikely. The risk is too high. But precision strikes, cyber warfare, covert assassination, that is almost certain. And if Iran retaliates, if Hezbollah launches thousands of missiles into Israel, if oil prices skyrocket, if the region descends into chaos, then the world could be on the brink of something much worse. This is not just a war of weapons, it's a war of power, of influence, of control, and in the end, it's not about pace, it's about domination. This is Dominicize. If you found this analysis valuable, consider sharing it. It helps expose the real truth behind the headlines. If you haven't already, subscribe for more unfiltered military analysis, because the truth is never what it seems. Let me know if you need anything else. Yeah, thank you. And I would appreciate, please subscribe, like. See you next time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.